Hello, my name is Ann Armitage. I am a longtime member of the Ninja Trader community, and I am here today with Brian Knight, who is going to talk to us a little bit about one of his preferred trading strategies. Brian, hi and welcome. Before we start, tell us a little bit about your background. How long have you been a ninja?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm also a long-term Ninja member, so it's over 4 years now. And I think it took me quite a while to understand the fact that there are different sort of trading strategies. And I sort of use my hands. I'm a little bit, you know,
Animated.
anyway, yeah, that's how it works. So yeah, there's lots of different strategies, and one of the things that I'd been very cautious about is actually not trading any cryptocurrencies. In the past, I've traded metals like gold and silver and other things like that, but I'd kept away from the crypto because of the warnings that get told by people. It's like, oh no, it's dangerous, that crypto stuff. Well, and yes, there is. Yet it's like anything. If you have a wild horse and they're left wild, it's going to do erratic, crazy things because you don't understand. It doesn't understand you. You don't understand it. This is my analogy of it. And yet, if you become friendly and hand feed and slowly sort of get them accustomed and break them in, like do, there's an understanding and there's a mutual appreciation of their ability and your abilities in relation to it. Crypto is in a way, there's a certain amount of sort of taming the wild, because it's the Wild West basically. Cryptos, as in lots of different currencies, and people think that's just Bitcoin. It's not. So anyway, that's really the focus of what we're really talking about in this workshop session.
Right. Yes. And of course, crypto is, yes, you just mentioned, it's not just Bitcoin. There are all kinds of different cryptocurrencies out there, many of which most people have never heard of. But yeah, Bitcoin and so on is probably the best known one. And it does put a bit of a fear into a lot of people when it comes to dealing with it because they just don't know what to do.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is there's also within that field of cryptos, there's a lot of like really dodgy Ponzi stuff that's real. It's not real. And there are ones which has value and people are putting value into. So it's like anything, I suppose, in life. There are things that people take advantage of other people for and stuff that's real. A bit like maybe artwork, it's like this is a dodgy bit of artwork or a real bit of artwork, and it has different values to it. So the main focus of the Ninja Group is not necessarily crypto. We have it sort of like another group which was started and continues to be trained in by one of our members, Craig Smart. He actually lives and works in Dubai, and he has developed a lot of the things that the strategy, the technique, the entries, the indicators, the tools, yeah, all those sorts of things he's developed over that 3 or 4 years that he's been doing that. And also within the IM Academy, or within the Ninja Group particularly, we also have a focus. There's Picasso and other traders that also we have. So I'll show you a little bit of that as well behind the curtain of what we do. Yet my main focus is following what Craig does. And so what I had committed to do since last year sometime, or a while ago anyway, was that I would run, as understanding a little bit of what Craig had taught us, I was running intro training and trading courses for cryptos, once a week or twice a week, just for members to be able to sort of dip their toes in and to take the mystery away, to make it something that they could, in a demo, try a bit before they might want to actually trade, and understanding, how big an account you might need, or what lot sizes you might trade with, or these are all just particular things in it. So all those little things that are mystery unless you sort of understand how they work. So yeah.
All right. Well, will you show us what you've been teaching people?
Yeah, sure. Let me just, I'll just go here in a minute. I'll just get well, this is probably going to be a bit crazy at the start to look at, but let me just share screen. And it's like, freaky.
Well, let's face it, most charts look pretty crazy to most people that aren't familiar with it. So
Probably. But like, for example, this is Ethereum versus the US dollar on a 15-minute chart. And with Craig's strategy, we get an early warning and then an up signal. And there's been several of them with Ethereum over. And each one of these sort of slots here between the blue lines is a day. Oh, the other thing is crypto actually trades 24/7. So there's not like so, you know, Forex sort of is 5.5 days and then it closes down over the weekend. Cryptos don't do that. They just keep rolling.
So the nice thing is you can actually do both. I mean, you can do regular Forex trading Monday to Friday or Sunday night to Friday if you wish, and then trade crypto on the weekend.
Yeah, or trade crypto alongside.
Or all the way through.
yeah. And so that actually
whatever works.
Well, that actually brings up a good point, Anne, is for me, I found it a struggle to do different strategies because to me so now I've actually learnt to put them in different boxes in a way, and so I can actually trade through the week crypto. So if I'm going to trade crypto, it's like, and I'm looking at it, my mind switches. It's like that's what I'm doing. Or if I'm doing bankers, which, you know, we had another sense like that, or if I'm doing Ninja Trading System, I click into that. And so I have the ability to do that because of it just over time. Other people make it shorter. So if you look at this though, there are so many alerts that sort of said to get into this. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, right? So in 11 days, that's gone from an entry there. Yes, it came back a bit, but it hasn't come back below that level. And basically where it is up now, it's got an all-time high. I can't show you, I've got to come back down a bit. Like, you know, that's like 11,000 pips. It's probably 12,000 or more up there. So it depends on what your lot size is and what your account is. That could be quite easily a very large percentage of your account increase over 11 days. And
what's like with the value of a pip for Ethereum? What is that? Because I know with Bitcoin it's different than a pip for Forex.
Well, let's say you've got a 10,000 account and you basically you put 1% on, because we'll just use percentages. If you actually have a 10,000 account and you put 1%, you now have gone up by 12,000. So you've actually increased in 11 days, you've increased your account more than 100%. That's what it would mean in real terms. Scary. So there's such a potential there, but also too it could go in the other direction. So, you know,
but it's like about when we trade Forex, though, whether it goes up or down doesn't make any difference. We can still make money.
Correct. And here, what Craig is suggesting we do currently. So I'm following really someone who knows a lot of what we do, and I think that's a beauty of this ninja group, Anne, is we have these people that are particularly focused on certain things that know it inside out, back to front, and can actually guide us through that process.
Absolutely, it's a blessing.
And so there's a number of opportunities. Like there's one opportunity, even when it put back, there's another opportunity. You could be out, there's another opportunity, or you could be not in for that. Then here's another opportunity. You could be in for that and then back out again. There could be another opportunity and then another opportunity. Then you could be out for that, then another opportunity. So there's all these different options if you want to for it, or you could have been in for that whole period of time and willing to have those drawdowns in it, but it's never come back down to this level and stopped you out. So then this is, say, for example, this is Bitcoin. So again, you know, these are some of the things where you wouldn't take this trade because you get an up, but you've got currency going down, right? So here we've got, you've got here with an up, that's a potential trade. Here with an up, this is a potential trade in there. So I'm just giving you an idea. And also too, we have different settings for Bitcoin That's why I've got different charts up here, you'll see, to say Ethereum, right? So in Ethereum, we could also have a look at things like Ripple. Look what Ripple's just done. Bang, way up there and bang.
Wow.
Look at that. If you had got into that up there, and that, yeah, exactly. Then there's, say, Dash coin, one there. Look at that move up there. Early warning it up, boom, you would have been in. We do other things, but also too, what Craig also gives us the ability is to look at things like gold, you know, early warning it up. You know, that would have been a beautiful move here for gold.
Yeah.
You know, 2000 sort of in relation to gold. So these gold, and there's also too silver. So we also trade, we can with these tools or strategy, look at all these different things. Part of, in IM Academy, we also have a thing called swipe coin. So this is also too part of, you know, we could look at Bitcoin or Ethereum. So it gives us buy or sell options in relation to it, and it sort of calls out, and it'll give you
gives you trade ideas,
notifications. You get notifications to go and look,
it's on your phone, guys, too. There's also an app for your phone. So
absolutely.
You get it while you're out somewhere too.
So that's what I do with it and trading this. So and what we suggest when you start out with this is you start out with a demo account, and then you can move from that demo account. You can increase. So that's what I've been doing for a number of months, and then you can move into a live account with that. And then you could even step up to like what Craig's doing. He actually trades on what's called an exchange. So, and if you want to know what these blue lines and green lines, these are basically pivot lines. And you can see where the currency pair basically bounces around on these sort of pivot lines throughout the days. So it's quite unique from that point of view. So it's just another option that we have within this ninja group, that we are supporting people to understand this. And in the time that I've been doing these intro trainings, the group that we have that focus on cryptos has just grown and grown from the ninjas. So it gives them another option to trade if they want to. Now I just wanted to, just one point, sorry, is this could also be scary in the fact is you can do two things with cryptos. One is you could trade it up and down and all of that, or like what Craig does, he actually buys cryptos at low and trades them up and then keeps them and then buys more on the trade up from profits. So currently, I think 2 weeks ago, he sort of notified us within the group that he currently has invested and owns 100 Bitcoins. Now, if you can do the maths, but if a Bitcoin is worth, what is it currently? A Bitcoin
currently 56, almost 57.
Yeah. So if you multiply 100 by 56, 57,000, that will tell you what over period, and that's sort of 3 to 4 years that he has done that. Anyway, you were going to ask a question.
No, I wasn't. I was just going to point out that I think that this kind of really well demonstrates the fact that within our group, we're not trying to pigeonhole anybody to any particular strategy. I mean, we have some very basic strategies that we've created, and we have all these wonderful tools and these amazing people that have created these tools and things to help everybody to trade better. But we strongly encourage everyone to, explore your options. Absolutely, because why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Well, you can choose though. You don't have to trade crypto. That's the beauty of this.
If it's not your thing, then don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing though is, if you never go and investigate to find out, then you may never know what possibilities are there for you. And as I said, we have trainings that can take you from zero in a very safe way to trade and just get a feel for it. Because one of the things, I'll just explain, for me, it was a shock. So when I first started trading crypto, for example, on a broker, the spread, which means what the broker takes at the start, was about 120 pips So in Forex, you might have a 2 or 3 pip spread, right? But basically, you know, when you're trading crypto, it could be like 150, 120 pips that you're actually negative before you start to actually get back into a positive trade. Anyway, so that was sort of part of the, I think was part of the sort of scariness of trading, that you've got this big spread right at the start. Anyway, it all got sorted. I know what goes on now and know how to sort of trade that from that point of view. Anyway, that's for me a bit of the overview on crypto.
So I have one last question for you then, Brian. Why are you still with the ninjas after all this time?
One of the things, like, you know, also, Anne, it's about being consistent. It's about, for me, it's about contributing. It's actually to contribute because of what I get out of the group. So many new people, new ideas, people developing new things. It's like I'm constantly being rewarded for the consistency of being part of the Ninja group. And I love being there, and I love the community, the camaraderie, the sharing. Like, I don't know, it's just too many things. And also too, to be really honest, it develops my learning, it develops my skill, it develops my understanding of how the markets work. And to me, that is invaluable. Well, it's very valuable. So that's the reason why.
Well said. Well said. Couldn't agree with you more. It's a very, very special place, that community.
I've never experienced it anywhere else in my whole life.
No, no.
In any businesses, I've had lots of businesses that I've run, you know, bricks and mortar type stuff, or even online. Majority is about how they can, you know, it's dog eat dog and get at you. And, you know, it's like, this is a community, such a community that freely shares their wins and how other people can also
supports each other. And yeah,
well,
totally
just an
agree.
example this morning, there's someone that joined into the group yesterday, the day before, no, a couple of days ago anyway. And so she messaged me and said, oh, you know, I've lost this off my chart. So hang on a minute, okay, let's go on a quick Zoom. So I said, oh, we haven't got auto save on. It's like, oh, that's your fault, she said to me. So, but it was really simple. Just fix that up. She's right. And then she's onto it again. And then we went through some basic stuff like position size, calculator. And so she can now start placing trades and get herself, you know, familiar with how to trade and get onto some of the live sessions. So that's what I suggest. Get to know the basics, get someone mentoring and helping you, and then basically get on sessions and get into it.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
All right.
Well, Brian, thank you for our little discussion on crypto. For anyone who's watching this workshop, we highly recommend that you watch all of the workshop, because there's a lot of value here. And also that you certainly get back to the person that pointed you towards the workshop and have a really good conversation with them about getting started with us. Yeah.
Another thing too is, and like, those people that are sharing it with you don't have to share it with you. No. This is the thing. This is not something like, if they're, you know, the reason why people share it is because they want other people to benefit as well. And another point I want to bring up is, you can do this from anywhere in the world. Like, Anne's in Canada, I'm in Australia. We've got people in England, in US, in New Zealand, in Asia, and all over the place.
Yeah, we sure do.
You know, and I'm currently on the other side of Australia visiting one of my daughters, and so I'm trading and doing trainings here while I'm here. So you're not restricted by location. And the other thing is, I spoke with a gentleman yesterday who's got chronic fatigue, who can't do his job anymore, and he wants to do something. And so it's not physically taxing. It's enjoyable once you learn. And he wants to get in and understand how to actually trade. And so I said, you've got to have that learning process, and that's what this group will help you do. and then you can progress on to help other people. So, all right,
Absolutely.
thanks for your time, Anne.
Thank you, Brian.
No worries. Ciao.